So as Donald Trump now becomes a former president, it's time to look back on his legacy. And he, of course, was very popular for saying MAGA, right? Make America Great Again. It was a slogan small enough that you could fit on a hat, which is just perfect for America, right? And the question is, as Trump leaves office, did he make America great again? And the answer is no. He did not make America great again. And it's a question of when was America great, because depending on your skin tone, maybe America has had some problems for a long time. But he's definitely taken it from America first to America last, or America alone. And if that sounds like a bit of a jump, let's do a quick history lesson here. So back in the day, in the 70s, Germany lost a lot of respect around the world with the 1972 Munich crisis. Even after two world wars, people kind of really respected this idea of German engineering, right? It is German precision. Well, in 1972, terrorists took Palestinians hostages. Palestinian terrorists kidnapped Israeli athletes and held them hostage at the 1972 Munich Games. Now, this was a horribly run operation that played out on live TV for the first time. People weren't used to watching things live on TV back then. And this ended with 17 dead, including the hostages and a German police officer. But again, this event ended this idea of, German exceptionalism, right? Of German just precision. I mean, before that, even after the World Wars, people thought Germans were pretty smart. And in that hostage crisis, it came out that they actually, when they had this, their whole plan was to have they were going to stop them at the airport before they left, and they were going to try to ambush them and save the hostages. And what really happened was German officers were shooting at each other. And this all played out on live TV. And it really kind of ended that thought of American exceptionalism. Here in the U.S., we've lost nearly 400,000 to the COVID-19 pandemic, leading the world by far in deaths and new cases. We've engaged in mostly useless trade wars. We've backed leaders like Putin and Kim Jong-un while challenging our own friends and not being there like we should. We've also backed out of agreements like the Iran nuclear deal and the Paris Climate Agreement. And to top it all off, it ended with Trump's presidency ended with an insurrection at the Capitol that played out on the world on live television, with a man even putting his feet on the desk of Nancy Pelosi. Now, you might not really care about Nancy Pelosi, but she is the third most powerful person in our government. And so what I'm thinking is that this Trump era, what it has really done is ended the idea of American exceptionalism. The idea that you can count on America, the idea that America was that, shining city on a hill, we've kind of showed for the whole world, maybe we're not. Maybe you can't count on America like you used to. And if you think that's total bullshit, if you think, all right, that's just a stretch there, that's just some partisan politics, I want you to take a look at this article. See, this article, and I can blow it up a little bit bigger for you. This is an article about the European Union and China reaching an agreement in principle on investment. Basically, what has happened here is China has decided that the United States cannot be counted on the European Union has said the United States can't be counted on like it once was. And so now they're trying to get better economic ties with China as we still figure out the coronavirus pandemic. And so Trump has unfortunately again into this idea of American exceptionalism. Foreign leaders have always had to deal with different presidents in the United States, but, Trump has shown that the U.S. can't be fully counted upon, especially not when things change so drastically every 4 years. You just don't know what you're going to get. So that's kind of where I see things, and that's what I see as the lasting legacy of Trump. But as with Germany, eventually they did become a leader again. The European Union is basically led by Germany. And so not all hope is lost. We can come back from this. And Biden is getting a head start by apparently spending $500,000 to deep clean the White House after the inauguration. Not exactly sure when that $500 million deep cleaning was started, but I assume it's done now because Biden is officially in the White House. But yes, they have spent $500,000 to try to remove this stain from our democracy. The question is, will it be successful? We'll just have to wait and see. But I personally still believe America is exceptional. I believe this is like a special place. So I'm hoping the last 4 years are just a blip on the radar. But now the ball is definitely in Biden's court.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching Citizen Pete. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, maybe the like button, and hey, maybe just leave a comment. You know, I want to know what you're thinking. What do you think about all the politics and news and all the stuff that's going on in our country?